Hi, Doug with blockingtheplate.com, and you may be wondering, why has it been so long since I did a Goldbelly review on here? And I don't know, maybe you're not wondering, but I'll tell you. And that's that once COVID kind of let up and once we could go out to eat and start doing things again, like probably most of you watching at home, I'm gonna go out and eat. I'm gonna go do things here locally. But now that it's been long enough, I'm kind of bored of the restaurants here. I'm kind of bored of the restaurants that are close by. So it was back to Goldbelly so I could start experiencing some food from other areas here in the country. So, there's no better place for me to get back to it than by doing some pizza. So a Twitter friend of mine, Kevin Keddick, he was talking about Chicago thin crust pizza the other day. And all I could think then is, I want some Chicago thin crust pizza too. So I'm doing Candlelite Pizza today. I did the 4-pack of Candlelite. It's the sausage, cheese, pepperoni, and barbecue chicken pizza. So barbecue chicken pizza, it's not for me. It's for my wife. It's for my kid over there that is nodding enthusiastically. I'm looking forward to getting into it, giving it a shot. As with a lot of these pizzas, a couple of things that I noticed right off the bat. As you know, with most of these, they've been pre-cooked. So unlike, your frozen pizzas you'd get at the store where literally you're taking it out and then putting it in the oven and heating it for the first time, these have already been cooked. So one thing that I'm always kind of curious about as I reheat pizzas that have been cooked from other areas is, how's it going to translate? Is it going to still taste as good? But, it's time. I'm excited to get back in. Some Chicago thin crust. My family is not a fan of the Chicago deep dish. Personally, I like it, but I'll be honest, I prefer thin crust too. So what do you say we throw these in that oven as soon as it's done heating up and dive in? I'm ready to toss these pizzas in the oven, and I gotta be honest, I'm already starving. First glimpse and first impression of the pizzas is they look ready to go. It smells good coming out of the package, and I would say I think they're gonna cook really well. But I would tell you, a Candlelite Pizza, I have one thing so far that I would recommend you to do differently. Check out this menu and this cool little magnet. They were in the bottom of the box after I pulled it out and was ready to recycle. This is one of those boxes where I open it up, and anytime I open a Goldbelly shipment, I'm always kind of happy because usually there's a menu or there's some graphics or there's some pictures or something that makes me go, oh, I'm happy I ordered from this place. And when I opened Candlelite Pizza, there wasn't any of that stuff in, but that was okay. I moved on. I took out the pizzas. They look good. And then when I'm getting ready to recycle all the material in the boxes, then I see the menu, then I see the magnet. And so who's ever packing these, those go on top, not underneath the packing. Let's throw these in. All right, this is the barbecue chicken pizza. Now the directions say 13 to 17 minutes. I took this out in 10 minutes. So anytime you're reheating a pizza, personally, I like to err on the side of caution and set that timer for a few minutes less. And in this case, it made a big difference. I did check, it's not frozen, it's not cold in the middle, it is ready to go in 10 minutes instead of 17. So keep an eye on it, otherwise you're gonna burn that thing. All right, a quick note before I take my first bite of the barbecue chicken pizza. You saw the pizza on a pan. I did not cook it on a pan. You cook the pizzas directly on the grate. I just transferred over to pan, make it easy to cut. So just want to make sure and clarify that before you thought you were supposed to keep it on a pan. Throw it directly on the rack, but definitely, go a little lighter on the minutes. So barbecue chicken pizza, I can smell the onions on it. Barbecue sauce smells good. Because I took it out when I did, it's not overly, burnt or anything like that. You can see underneath, crust looks good. It's not overly brown along the edges, which is good. Yeah, it's good. There's some smoke behind the flavor of the sauce that I like. Sauce tastes good. It has a, kind of good feel to the slice. It doesn't feel like a frozen pizza. Some of the pizzas that I bought through Goldbelly, I felt like I could have just bought them at the store and then threw them in. And this one doesn't taste like that. This one tastes like they could have just, brought it over to my table. Yeah, so barbecue chicken pizza, not normally my thing, but I would eat this. But I've got sausage, pepperoni, and cheese all waiting for me too, so guess I'll have to eat those too. The cheese is out, and I actually left the cheese in for a few more minutes. Unlike the other ones, the cheese that they threw on top wasn't melted like the other pizzas. So I was hoping that it was going to kind of maybe blend in a little bit more. Didn't really do that. Of the 4 pizzas, I'll tell you that the cheese looks probably the least interesting of them. We'll see how it tastes here in just a minute. Quick breakdown of the cheese. So kind of like I mentioned earlier, the cheese doesn't quite blend in. And my wife said, well, you could add more mozzarella or whatever to it. And I always prefer to have all these prepared the way that they came. I didn't want to enhance it. I didn't want to add any extra cheese or any meats to these. I wanted them to basically taste like they would have there in the restaurant. You can see underneath, it didn't really burn or anything, which again, monitor the temperatures and monitor the time that you're in the oven so that you don't overdo it. Just a overall impression of the cheese so far is, I don't know, it looks kind of so-so, but we'll see. So, right? The sauce on there is actually pretty good. As pizzas go, this one's really pretty bland other than the sauce. It doesn't have a lot that it's bringing to the table on this one. I have 3 other pizzas that came with this that I like the look of quite a bit more. So if you're doing a 3-pack, I'd probably skip the cheese. If you're doing a 4-pack, I'd probably skip the cheese. We'll see how the pepperoni and sausage come out next. All right, so I just took the sausage out, and my wife was mocking me because when I opened the door a minute ago, I caught a whiff as I opened the door of the oven. I went, ooh, that smells good. And then, like normal, my wife mocks me, my kids mock me. Welcome to life as a grown, married, parent, adult unit. So the sausage, it's out. I'm looking forward to getting into it because it still smells good. All right, see, you get a little behind the scenes here for a minute because I just pressed stop and my wife looks over at me. She goes, the sausage is out? Yeah, that's what she said. First slice of the sausage is out and still smells good. First things first, I should have waited a little longer to take my first bite, but I was anxious. It smelled good. I wanted in on it. Tastes good. The sauce, was something that carried over that I liked in the slice of the cheese. But here you've got the mixture of sausage. And one of the things when it comes to pizzas with sausage is there are so many different kinds of sausage and different kinds of quality you're going to find on there. And in this case, I'm happy with what they chose. So this one recommended. Although if I were being honest, I'm going to take another bite just to make sure I'm being honest. Part of me, a very small part, likes the barbecue chicken pizza more, believe it or not. But that said, still digging the sausage pizza. Glad I got it. Good flavor. So in terms of ranking so far, probably barbecue chicken pizza first, sausage second. I guarantee cheese is going to be last, as as I talked about earlier. Pepperoni's in the oven. All right, the pepperoni is out. And like the sausage, pepperoni smells good. And like the sausage and like the barbecue chicken pizza, I took this one out a few minutes early. So I took all of these out at the 10-minute mark. The only pizza that I actually cooked for longer than 10 minutes was the cheese pizza, just because I wanted to see how the cheese was gonna, break down and melt and blend in, which it really didn't. All of them cooked, and reheated basically pretty well. One of the criticisms that I've had of some of the Goldbelly products I've ordered, whether it's been cheesesteaks or whether it's been pizzas, is sometimes it, dries it out or it just tastes like, you just reheated something, so to speak, which in most cases you have. But the pizza so far, it hasn't tasted like take and bake pizza. It doesn't taste like something I picked up at the store and threw in the oven that was frozen. It tastes like something somebody probably would have brought out to me, if I was watching a game and having a drink or whatever. So overall, I've been pleased with the product here from Candlelite so far, and I'm sure the pepperonis can be no exception. Pepperoni slice. Again, you look underneath, it's not burnt. It has some good, good kind of flop to it. And yeah, it's good. So let's talk about the economics of pizza, especially on Goldbelly. These 4 pizzas after shipping, before coupons, I had a credit because I've bought through Goldbelly, a handful of times. But without coupons, these 4 pizzas are $100. And $100 for frozen pizza, not the best value, right? But just remember, one of the things I've talked about when it comes to Goldbelly before is that you're getting to experience new flavors, new pizzas, new restaurants and things that you don't have locally. That at the end of the day, $100, it's not that much more than you're going to spend out. If I get 4 of these bar style pizzas, if I go to just any kind of restaurant, pizzas are probably $15 a piece. Okay, so right off the bat for 4 pizzas, you're already talking $60. That's before a couple of drinks. It's before a tip. It's before driving around and doing whatever you're going to do with the rest of that day. So $100 to have something come in that you don't eat every day, it's really not that big of a difference. So, like I said, COVID, when we were locked down, Goldbelly was awesome because it gave me a chance to order stuff, especially when restaurants here locally weren't open. Once COVID had kind of let up for a while, it was back to the restaurants that I knew and liked. And, now that I've been doing that for a while, I'm tired of it. And it was time to order Goldbelly. And that's probably why you're watching this video or any of my other videos on Goldbelly. So, hey, thanks for watching. If this video was helpful, give it a like and a subscribe. If it wasn't, sorry about that, but thanks for watching anyway. Take it easy and get yourself some Goldbelly and enjoy something to eat. Thanks.